Popular weight loss drugs, they can be really hard to afford. So more people, they're turning to these online deals. They're hoping to get a deal, right? But the problem, a lot of people are getting scammed. So this morning, the Better Business Bureau's Joe Ducey joins us live here with more information on what to watch out for, because these scammers, they're relentless.
Yeah.
And so here we go again. Now we've got another one.
Yeah, and I was actually just looking for, I do these every other Tuesday, I think, here on 12 News, and I was looking for complaints, and I found just one after another, GLP. So I thought, let's look into this. And a lot of people these are people who can't get it through their doctor, through their insurance company.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money. So they're going online, they're seeing these ads, social media, low price ads that say they're going to do all these things. Could be for weight loss, could be for some medical condition. So in some cases, they're desperate, and they're going and they're signing up for monthly subscriptions, and they're either paying a lot of money and getting nothing, or they're getting something that may not be exactly the brands you just saw there, like what was it? Ozempic. Yeah. So that's a problem. People who are having to look offline, and they're getting them sometimes with no prescriptions. So, that's always a problem.
So where are these people finding it, though? Is it just something that pops up in their algorithm? Because God knows you see all these things that pop up in your algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Are they actually like looking for it and then they discover it?
I think it could be both. You're right. A couple of ads here, a couple of complaints rather from BB Scam Tracker. An Arizona man saw a Facebook ad and authorized a $40 payment. They took $91 instead and kept taking that amount of money, never sent him a product. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. Another man signed up for compounded GLP-1 medications online. They billed but sent nothing. He says literally $297 a month for absolutely no merchandise, and he had to pay in order to get a refund. Yeah. And one of the problems, these are compounds, right? So these are places online where it's not Ozempic, it's not the other, it's not the name brands. They're smaller pharmacies that are making these that are alternatives, but supposedly like it. So the FDA has really come down on these groups because they're telehealth places, basically, saying, they've sent out dozens, maybe hundreds of warning letters to them saying that they're misleading claims. They don't have to go through the same process, it seems, that the other companies do. They don't have to go through FDA approvals and all. So there's a warning about what you're actually getting too. Not only are you not, you're losing your money, but you may not be getting the actual product. So there's some things you should look at for.
I was going to say, well, how do I know? Because if I'm on there looking, and I plug in my credit card information, it may look legit. That seems like that would be something that you could easily fall for.
Yes, and the best thing to do is pay with a credit card. Some of these places, I'm always amazed that people. Some of these places will say, "Oh no, but we'll take Zelle. We'll do a Cash App, but we don't take a credit card." I'm thinking, man, you got to run from those guys. Okay. It doesn't sound like a legitimate place. But a credit card company, later you can fight that battle, and you have 60 days to do it. So cash, you just kind of lose. So let's go over some of the red flags here. No prescription ads. That is a scam. You have to have a prescription for this thing, right? And the prescription should also include a medical evaluation. There's been talk that some of these places are just giving out prescriptions, right, with no medical evaluation. But you need to know, if you should be taking this stuff or not. Fake celebrity endorsements, that's always a concern, and I don't know how to tell you whether it's fake or not, other than I don't believe what any of these people say anyway. I would go to check out the company name first and not care what Oprah says about it, maybe, or maybe go to her social media to see if she's actually talking about it. Research purposes only. This is a big one. The FDA came out with this. Apparently, some are being sent out and you get it and it says for research purposes only, or not for human consumption. All right, and I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's like, I would not be taking that if that's the case. Yeah, these are probably the things they're getting in tests and stuff, and they're sending out and making money on it. And I think the last one was credit cards. If they don't take credit cards, that's a huge red flag. So I feel for the people who are looking for these drugs, because insurance, I think it's 1 in 8 people say now that they take GLP-1 or have in the past, like 12% of the population. But the insurance companies aren't paying it for others, and those people, need a place. And I think it can be found online, but you have to be very, very careful about where you go.
Yeah,
and check out these companies.
I had a family member who is on it and actually does need it.
Yeah.
It isn't really for weight loss purposes, and it is incredibly expensive.
It really is.
So I can see where people would actually go search out something that's, $300 a month, which is a lot cheaper than, and then now you're in a bad bind.
Yeah, and I think like all these things, I also say if you get the name of the company or the telehealth place online, you get the business name. If you can't find it, that's a problem. But if you can, go to bbb.org, check it out, look for the reviews. put a complaint thing online. You know, put the business name and put complaints, and see if there are any actions taken by states, because you want to know who you're dealing with before you actually send any money or deal with it. And you can also go to joeknowsbetter.com to see all the things we're talking about here.
Yeah, and you always say the likelihood of getting your money back, slim.
Exactly. So you want to do it in the beginning. Do your research.
All right, Joe Ducey, always so good. Good to see you.
Good talking to you, man.